Gotta win.
The question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Here he comes with the return. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Finds his man. It's Rogers. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm.
Yeah, boy,
Easy catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Release by the QB. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab. It's Powell. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get into the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. And he showed some of it there.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening drive.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field. I'm starting the game aggressive.
Powers forward. He's stopped. 4th and goal, and he lost a yard back to the 2.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't, and they got stuffed.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too, because of the field position with the offense backed up. They know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe. But
you always hear about guys in practice who
knows a flag.
No matter what. That's what's happening here.
That's for the highlight tape right there.
Flags on the field, and this one's coming back.
Oh, shit.
They'll leave it with him.
Dirty boys gave me a force sale.
Give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8.
Being a meat bag. And then I gave somebody a force one.
You know, people forget Georgia Tech was a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
well, they're trying to hit the out route to the perimeter of the field. It's a good route by the wide receiver. He just drops the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Powell. Just what they
good shit, bro.
On 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Back to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Boston. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Rodgers. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They'll send the tight end in motion. Look out, he's got room. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. You know, some people think it's a gamble, but sometimes it's really not. It's just a smart play to go for it on fourth down.
One thing you know is you're only going to have so many possessions. So the more you punt, the more you give it up, obviously you're not going to score. And the field position game is kind of going out the window. So, yes, you definitely go for it more, and you've seen more success and you've seen more points than ever.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that's on. That was a great one.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard that breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Got the quick pass. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Hand off from the shotgun.
Check.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
I got tick.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Can't hear me?
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Pressure coming. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. Once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Looking to pass. It's Mack. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Snagged in the middle. It's
Hey,
Roberts.
boy.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Run the gun. He leaves it with the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime.
You.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Georgia.
That boy B said he can't hear me.
This game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Looking for blockers. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Using his legs, it's Marshall. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. There he goes. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because
Going to take a shot. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Offense set on 1st down. Motion from the back. He's looking to throw. Catch catch in the middle. It's Marshall. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. And he's wrestled to the ground. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Oh, better look out! Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Yellow Jackets back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Makes the catch. It's Rodgers. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Back to throw, it's Mack. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hits him in stride at the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Was to pass. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Now the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Mack. Fires to the tight end. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kennesaw State. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll circle back should anything big happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. They'll move the tight end. Second down, he'll throw it. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Steps away. Slithers into space. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He slings it deep to the left. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for space. It's Roberts. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Really nice 1st down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside, catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
2nd down coming up in this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Touchdown, Georgia! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
He'll start the return inside his spot. And the returner will be dragged down. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And he hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it up to 25. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Hands it off. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking for room. It's Marshall. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Rides the back on the option to give. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Powell. Breaks into the open. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And that's why this this guy is such a weapon in this offense because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of Aaron. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. Well, guys,
gotta win.
Lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. The give on the option. Got the first down and more. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. From the 30-yard line on first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense.
There he goes. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Give him 6. Touchdown, Dogs! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Gotta win.
The offense changing the play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab down the left side. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation.
He'll take the deep shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
This one's complete. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Yellow Jackets are flying down the field. Wants to throw again. Going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Complete downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the two as they trim more off of that lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front.
Oh, he's got some space. And the defense drags him down.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. On fourth down, going to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And they will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs! They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a two-possession lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
He wants to change this route. And back to the air on second down. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback adapted. Looking down the left side. He's got it on the outside. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
He's in open space downfield. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. Across the 15. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Just keeps slinging it. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Touchdown, Georgia! How about this defense taking one back to the house? They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out of the 26 for the 1st down.
Nice
Gotta win.
Running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Wants to go up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They want to run this quarterback. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that. Ball, it'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium.